If you're a complete beginner and you don't understand how to run Google Ads and you want to learn, this video is for you because I'm going to dive in and give you the most in-depth guide possible. I'm going to go through the exact type of campaign that you should be picking, how to find the correct keywords to bid on, how much your competitors are paying to appear at the top of the page. And I'm also even going to show you the 2 biggest mistakes that most new advertisers make when it comes to setting up Google Ads. And I'm also going to show you exactly how to get some free ad credits for when you start your Google Ads campaign. So you can get anywhere from $600 to $1,800 in free ad credits from Google. All right, so if you're interested in actually learning how to set up your Google Ads account properly, make sure you don't skip anything because you might miss out on something important. Without further ado, let's dive into the video. So the very first thing we want to do, like I said to you before, this is for beginners, is we're going to actually just type in Google Ads to the search bar and go directly to Google Ads itself, right? So you're just going to tap on here. And if you've already got a Google Ads account, you can just go over here and tap on sign in. But if you've never created a Google Ads account before, you're just going to tap on start now. But before we do that, there's a bunch of different offers that you can actually choose right off the bat. As you can see, offer A, $600 in ad credit, spend $600 with Google Ads in the first 60 days to unlock $600 back in ad credit. Or you can do any of these other offers here, spend $3,600 in Google Ads in the first 60 days to unlock the ad credit as well. All right, these are absolutely killer deals. Look, I personally recommend the highest one just because spending $3,600 in Google Ads over the next 60 days is actually really easy to do. If you're a business owner and you've been running for a little bit of time now and you've run ads before, you'd understand that, it's very smart to invest in your business and put money into advertising because, it returns a lot more money than what you put in. So to get more money back plus free ad credit as well is absolutely killer in my opinion. And don't stress, I'm going to show you exactly how to set this up the correct way so you will actually have highly profitable Google Ad campaigns. Okay, once you've selected your offer, just tap on claim now. So once you land on this page, you just want to type in one of your email addresses. So I'm just going to paste in my demonstration email right here for this video. We're going to tap on next. Now just add in your phone number and a recovery email. And now just tap on save. You can put in your home address here. I'm going to just for the sake of this. Tap on save. All right, so you're going to be prompted with this. What I recommend doing off the very bat is just tapping out in this gray zone so it actually closes that because we don't want to do that right now, okay? Now we just want to paste in our website right here. I'm just going to use this demonstration page right here and just make the business name as well, okay? And we're going to scroll on past, tap on next. Now for right now, we don't want to build out our campaign in this area, so we're just going to tap on skip again, and just leave the campaign creation. We really don't want to do this right now because it is just not the smartest way to set up our Google Ads account, okay? We do not want to build the campaign right here because it's going to give us some shitty kind of AI generated one that's just jammed in a bunch of stuff. We want to take over manually and create this to perfection, okay? So we're going to put this in the correct currency, the correct actual time. I'm in Melbourne, so I just want to change this to Sydney time because we're on the same timeline. And we're also going to tap on continue now. Now, what I recommend here, as you can see, want personalized guidance from Google Ads account strategists by phone or messaging app. I personally say no. They are a massive waste of time. They do not know how to run ads. It's honestly just some person that they've hired out from a foreign land to call you up and just give you really shitty recommendations, okay? Don't stress about this. So just tap on no. You don't really want promos, tips, or anything like that. Honestly, the help that they give you, like I said, it's really shit. It's just a person that they've gotten off Fiverr to give you really bad guidance. So we're just gonna tap on submit, create our payment profile really quickly. So just put in your business name, fill out your whole address and everything like that, tap on create. All right, so once you put that in, just put in your payment method as well really quickly. Once you've put in your card, your organization, everything like that, we're just gonna tap on submit again. Bang, our account was created. All right, now let's actually get into the good shit. So let's go and quickly just tap on, no, we're not an advertising agency. Well, technically I am, I do run one, but no, for this video, you're most likely a business owner. So just tap on no. And who pays for your ads? We pay for the ads directly ourselves, okay? Tap on save and continue. Bang, the holy grail. We have landed in the Google Ads dashboard, okay? Finally. Now let's start teaching you exactly how to get a campaign up and running and how to find the correct keywords to bid on, okay? So the very first thing you wanna do is you wanna actually go over to tools first. And we're gonna go to planning, and then keyword planner, okay? Most people would tell you to jump straight into the campaign and create that. We don't want to do that right now, okay? Because we don't understand what keywords are working for our business and what aren't, and how much to actually pay for our ads, because Google Ads works by cost per click. So you only get charged when somebody clicks on your ad, okay? So what we're gonna do is, for this example right now, I'm gonna give an example for a window cleaning business, okay? Because I used to run one, or still kind of do. I just manage their ads now after I sold it. But what we're gonna do is I'm going to type in different search terms that somebody would typically type up to find a window cleaning business, okay? This works for any different business. If you run a Chinese food restaurant, right, it works the exact same, okay? If you run a plumbing business, if you're even an e-commerce brand, okay? If somebody's typing up things like blue Hawaiian shirts, this works the exact same for you, right? Even if you're running an e-commerce brand, right? So we're gonna start off this with a search campaign. So I'm gonna show you exactly how to build that off. If you are a lead gen business, like a service-based business, or anything like that isn't e-commerce, you're just gonna stick with search campaigns. So this video is all you'll need. But if you are e-commerce, I'm gonna teach you how to set up the search campaign, but then you'll probably want a shopping campaign as well, okay? So let's go through and let's set up this search campaign. So we're gonna find out the keywords to bid on at the very start. So what would somebody typically type in to find your business? So for my business doing window cleaning, they typically type up things like window cleaning near me, window cleaning service, residential window cleaner, right? These are typical search terms that somebody would type into Google to find a window cleaner if they're looking for somebody, okay? What we want to do now is just change the location, because we want the most accurate data possible. So we want to change this to the closest city that we're next to. So I live in Chadstone, so I live very close. Well, I live in the southeast suburbs of Melbourne. So we're going to target Melbourne itself. This way we just get the most relevant data to how much people are paying per click. All right, and the actual search volume for these keywords. So we're going to tap on save and tap on get results. Right off the bat, we can see different types of keywords, right? And we can see the average monthly searches and how much people are paying. So this is like your competitors are paying to appear at the top of the page. If we just tap on average monthly searches real quick, it'll bring down the highest search keywords per month. So you know the ones that are getting the most traffic, all right? So if we grab this keyword here, window cleaner near me, in Melbourne, this is getting anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000 searches on average per month, all right? That's shit tons of work. And advertisers like you and I are paying anywhere from $3, right, to $10 per click. And if you don't understand what that means, let me just show you real quick. So I've just pasted in this keyword here, window cleaning near me, right? And as you can see, there's sponsored results. Right here, we have two different ads. So we have one from Rise and Shine and one from Magnum Window Shine, all right? So these people only get charged if I tap and click on their ad. If I don't click on their ad, they don't get charged. They don't get charged for me just looking at this. They only get charged if I actually tap on it. So that's exactly how Google Ads works. Now, I'm not gonna tap on their ad because I'm not an asshole, all right? I don't wanna waste any of their money, all right? So as we can see here, here's all of our different types of keywords that we're going to bid on. All right, so since you understand that now, how Google Ads works by cost per click, and we can actually see right now how much our actual competitors are paying to appear at the top of the page, what we wanna do is just grab all the keywords that we think are relevant to us. Now we're gonna go through here, grab window cleaning near me, window washers near me. I'm not gonna grab window cleaning specifically. The reason why is just because it's very vague, right? It's a vague keyword. It's broad. It's very broad. So just window cleaning. They could be like looking up window cleaning videos because they find them satisfying, all right? They're not looking necessarily for a window cleaner, right? I'm sure a lot of these people are that look it up, but a lot of them are also window shoppers. They could be other window cleaners looking for maybe supplies or anything like that. So I wouldn't pick this particular keyword. So I grab glass cleaners near me, cleaning windows near me, and then just any of these other ones that look really good, like window cleaning service, exterior window cleaning, high-rise window cleaning if you do it, but you'd probably make a separate campaign for it. So when it comes to Google Ads as well, you're going to create different campaigns based off different search intent. So if somebody's looking up commercial window cleaning, you don't want your ad that's very relevant to residential window cleaning appearing for that, because then people aren't going to click on your ad and get a quote from you because they're clearly looking for a certain thing, right? I don't want people looking up high-rise window cleaning and then seeing an ad based around residential window cleaning, because they're not going to click on my ad. Or if they do, they'll do it by accident because they would have thought that I'm a high-rise window cleaner and they're just going to waste my budget, okay? So what we're going to do is just grab all the keywords that we think are relevant to us. If you do residential and commercial, split them into 2 different campaigns. If you're a business that has multiple services like pest control, lawn care, landscaping, things like that, just break every single service into a separate campaign as well. You just follow the exact same strategy that we're doing here, looking it up, finding out what keywords are working really well, how much people are paying to bid for them, and then just creating campaigns based off them. All right, so once you've selected the keywords that you want, we're gonna tap on copy. Now we're gonna paste all these keywords over into our notes real quick. So bang, I pasted all of my keywords in here that we're gonna use for this demonstration ad, all right? Now what we're gonna do now is go over to campaigns, and then we're gonna tap on new campaign. So now this is where we're actually gonna create the campaign itself, right? We're gonna create the thing that people look at and see. So what we're gonna do is just put in our business name, and we're just gonna plug in our website URL like this and just tap on next. All right, now the type of objective that we want to pick will be leads, okay? Everything else here, so website traffic, app promotion, all this stuff, shit, all right? Everything else, just don't even waste your time on it, all right? This one here, sales, that's also, it's good, but it depends on your business. If you're getting payment before you speak to anyone, then go sales. Like if you have an e-commerce store where you just sell t-shirts or sell whatever product you have, where you're not really talking to people, you're not getting their information, go with sales. If you're getting their information, then you're calling them up, giving them a quote or anything like that, having a free consultation, anything like that, do it as leads, right? If it's free, go leads. If it's paid, go sales, okay? And then for the campaign type, we're going to do search. Everything else here is useless. Like seriously, it's all useless, right? You do not want to waste any time with that. And also, by the way, in your objectives, when you have local shop visits as well, if you use the same email that you started your Google business profile with, so your Maps listing, if you have your business listed on Maps, that'll auto connect to your search campaign anyway. So you don't need to stress about having a local shop visits campaign as well, all right? So don't stress about that. It will be automatically connected to your business and it will show up in search results like this example here. Remarkable window cleaner. As you can see, it says sponsored, so this is an ad. So if you use the same email account that you created your Google business profile with and you use that as your Google Ads account, that'll connect these automatically and have your ads showing up like this for search campaigns as well, all right? So what we're gonna do is just keep this on search and we're gonna scroll down. We want website visits, so obviously they're going to go directly to our website. And the type of conversion goals that we're going to have is form submissions on our website. Look, I have a whole separate video that goes in depth on how to set up conversion tracking for your business. So just get this video done, make sure you set everything up because Google will take a while to actually publish your campaign. So you've got plenty of time to watch that video and learn exactly how to put in the conversion tracking. So you can track when somebody submits a form on your website or whenever they call your business or anything like that. You can actually track the phone calls and also track when somebody submits those lead forms to actually know whether your ads are working or not, which is what you really want to do. You need to track your conversions because you don't want to be spending thousands of dollars into something that you don't know if it's working or not, all right? So make sure to watch that video after this, but for right now, we're just gonna select form submissions on our website. Now, after you've done that, just type in your campaign name. I like to have my campaign name based around the type of keyword that I'm targeting. Like if it's residential window cleaning, right? And it's a campaign based around residential, I'd like to know that. So I'd put in here residential, right? If it's one around commercial, I'd like to know that as well. If it's ones around particular keywords, I put that in here as well. So I've just labeled this residential window cleaning. Now I'm just gonna leave enhanced conversions on and then tap on agree and continue. All right, so now we're at the bidding strategy. This is one of the biggest mistakes most newbies make when it comes to Google Ads, right? And I'm gonna save you from that right now. So please smash like on the video if you like. So the very first thing we want to do is actually change this from conversions to clicks. The reason why we don't want this on conversions is because we don't have any conversion data in our Google Ads account. If we did have this on conversions, Google will start spending a ridiculous amount of money on conversions because it doesn't know how much it should be paying for conversions because like I said before, it has no previous conversion data. So what we want to do is put this on clicks and setting a maximum cost per click and train Google Ads on our own conversion data. And then we can change this to a conversion focused bidding strategy after about 30 plus conversions, okay? So what we're gonna do now is put in a maximum cost per click bid limit. So the bid limit that we want was the top of page bid high range. If you remember for me, I'm gonna whip it up on the screen. It was around $10 on average for majority of the keywords. So we're gonna have the maximum cost per click bid limit at $10. We're just putting a nice little cap on that so Google doesn't go crazy and spend a ridiculous amount of our money. Otherwise, you're gonna come back to me and go, Daniel, I'm broke. why have you done this to me? You know, right? Where right now I'm gonna help you out a heap and I'm gonna show you exactly how I do this for my marketing agency and all the people that I run ads for, right? And I know that 99% of other agencies do this as well. This is the best way to do it when you're starting a Google Ads account. So this just limits that it won't spend any more than $10 per click. You will still get a lot of clicks, you know, below the $10 mark. You're not gonna get $10 per click every single time. As you remember, the top of page bid low range was around $3, I think. So you'll get clicks for anywhere from $3 to $10. This just makes sure that you don't spend more than $10 per click. All right, now we're gonna tap on next. Now we're gonna remove Google Search Partners and Display just because they're really shit. They're really hard to track, right? And if you can't really track it, you probably shouldn't spend money on it, all right? Now we're gonna put in our locations. So I'm gonna teach you the advanced way to do this, right? A lot of people give really bad advice when it comes to locations, but I want you to be able to do bid adjustments later on so you can get better and better, more profitable campaigns for your business, because I want you to get really good results. So we're gonna tap on advanced search. The thing that we're gonna type in right at the start is just one of our service areas. So I'm just gonna type in Chadstone, tap on include. Now it's taking us directly to Chadstone. What we wanna do now is we wanna scroll out, tap on show all areas, and just start targeting all of our location areas. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass that we have to go through here and manually tap on every single one, right? We're basically just tapping on every single postcode or zip code from, you know, whichever country you live in, whatever you say. For us, it's postcode. So we're just gonna go through and tap on all the postcodes in our service location. But what this does, right, is it gives us the ability to actually do bid adjustments based off which areas convert well and which ones convert bad. So in other words, to dumb it down so you understand it, which areas get us more clients and which areas get us less, right? So if a lot of people convert in Baldwin, right? So we get a lot of form submissions, we get a lot of leads, right? We can increase our bids here so we bid more aggressively in Baldwin. Now, if Box Hill over here gets not many clients, it just gets a lot of clicks and just like the conversion rate is really bad. So we just get, you know, not many form submissions, not many quotes, and you know, it's just costing us an arm and a leg because a lot of people in Box Hill just don't want our service or product or anything like that, okay? So what we wanna do is decrease bids over here in Box Hill. So we, you know, limit our spend in areas that aren't very profitable, and then we just maximize our spend in areas that are profitable, all right? Now, by the way, I do have all of my Google Ads optimizations in a link right down below in the description. If you do want them, I severely recommend you getting them just so you can make super profitable campaigns. But I'm also gonna teach you the very dumb way to do this as well if you just wanna get this live. So you can just tap on radius and just dump this massive ugly pin and just target the whole area. It's shit, I don't recommend it. You can't do any bid adjustments at all, right? You can't do any. So I recommend just removing it, not doing it that way. But now we're gonna tap on save, and we're up to the second biggest mistake that 99% of newbies make when it comes to Google Ads, all right? It's this little area here. Google has you auto-selected on presence and interest. This is not what we want, all right? I'm trying to teach you stuff that actually works here, so I'm gonna give you the best advice possible. So we're gonna change this to presence people in or regularly in. Now, the reason why, if you're a fellow business owner, you would understand you do not want people outside of your service location seeing your ads, all right? I do not want people from a foreign land that don't live in my areas that I'm targeting seeing my ads. And the way to prevent that from happening is putting this on presence people in or regularly in your included locations. If you have this on presence or interest, literally anyone from around the entire world can see your ads if they just type them up, right? So for example, if I had this on presence and interest and, you know, they typed up window cleaning Chadstone and they're literally living in Abu Dhabi or something like that, they could see my ad and tap on it. And what are the chances that they're really going to be one of my clients? Unbelievably low. What are the chances of them being a marketing agency trying to call up my business and tell me that my ads are shit? Probably pretty high, right? And what are the odds of them just being a window shopper? Very high as well. So if you want to save yourself a lot of money, just make sure to keep this on presence people in or regularly in your included location, all right? Now we're going to scroll down. No, this doesn't have EU political ads. We're also going to do another really good thing to save us later on when we do bid adjustments, all right? We're gonna go through here and then just browse all of the different type of statuses like this, all right? What I recommend doing is going into their interests and everything like that and just tapping on everything. This is going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, right? But this will save you a bunch of money in the future. We're just gonna go through all of these audience segments and literally just tap on all of these. This gives us the ability later on to do bid adjustments if we need to, based on, you know, different things, like if they're homeowners, renters, just anything like that, if they own companies or anything, right? Or if they're, you know, interested in homes and gardens like this. Now I recommend just selecting it like the whole thing. You don't have to go into every single one. But yeah, this just gives you such a good advantage later on. Like I said, optimizations are linked down below, but this gives you that ability to do those bid adjustments, right? If people in homes and gardens or home and garden audience segment, if they convert really well for window cleaning ads, I want to increase my bids here. If people in beauty and wellness don't convert that well, I want to lower those, okay? But you know, sometimes you get things that you don't expect, like some areas convert really well compared to others in the audience segments. You're like, oh, I would have never known that, all right? Make sure to keep it on observation though. You don't want to have this on targeting. For more settings, we can actually put in an ad schedule if we want. So just say we only work, you know, Monday to Fridays from, you know, 1 a.m. to 8 a.m., right? Pretty ridiculous. I wouldn't want to work those hours, but yeah, you can put it in like that, or you can just add in multiple days if you have like special days, all right? Now, I personally prefer just running them 24/7, just because you find you'll get cheaper leads on weekends and stuff like that, because not as many people advertise on the weekends, all right? So now with ad rotation and everything, I just keep this on prefer best performing ads, and everything else, I just leave it, right? Tap on next. Now for this stuff, we're just gonna tap on next again. And we don't want to use this either, keyword and asset generation, because right now, even though Google is a billion-dollar company, they keep messing this up. Every time you use it, half the time it doesn't allow you to publish the campaign. So to avoid wasting all of your time and going through all of this, just go through and skip it. And we're going to set this up manually. It will help you out tenfold, because I'm going to show you how to actually create ads that work, right? And I'm gonna show you secret hidden keywords that actually convert people better than anyone else. All right, so we're gonna put in our keywords now. So these are the things that we're bidding on. If you remember, we saw them right at the very start of the video and we copied them and we put them in our notes. We're now going to put them in here. So bang, I've just pasted them all in here. These are all the keywords that we're bidding on. Now for this area, there's exact match, phrase match, and broad match. So right now, all the keywords are broad match. This means anyone that's searching anything slightly relevant to window cleaning is probably going to show my ads. We don't want this. We either want this on phrase match or exact match. My personal preference is exact match. This just means that people only see my ads when they type up these exact terms, right? And phrase match means that if they type up something slightly relevant, it'll also show our ads as well. It's really up to you which one you want to pick. But like I said, personal preference is exact match, because it limits the amount of work that you have to do later on when it comes to doing negative keywords, which you'd understand if you go into the optimizations and everything like that. But now what we want to do is just put the brackets around our keywords. So this is what actually makes it an exact match keyword. You just put the brackets around it like this, and now that keyword is exact match. Now, if you have a large amount of keywords, I recommend just going over to ChatGPT and just pasting these all into ChatGPT and saying, make all these exact match, to save yourself a large amount of time. But right now, we're just going to scroll down, because we've done that now, and we're going to start actually creating the ad, the thing that people see, right? That they click on. So this is exactly what they see, right? This, we're creating this right now, right? So let's go back to the actual campaign. What we're going to do is, you don't really need to put in a display path, in my opinion. It's kind of useless. It just adds on to the end of the URL. Doesn't really do that much, in my opinion. What we want to do off the very bat is set in our headlines, and we want to make some damn good headlines right here. So the very first headline that we're going to put in is a secret one called keyword insertion. Nobody else on YouTube teaches you about this shit, because they don't want you to get good results, all right? I want you to get good results. So we're going to just insert the squiggly bracket. So this creates a keyword insertion. Tap on keyword insertion, put it on title case. Now we're just going to paste in one of our keywords like this and tap on apply, all right? And we're going to pin this into first position. So what this keyword insertion does is it basically just changes whatever the first headline is, as you can see right there, window cleaning near me or cleaning windows near me. It takes whatever the searcher searched into the search bar, like this one here, and it makes it into the very first headline. So it changes based off what they typed and what keyword they triggered. So if they typed in exterior window cleaning, it would say exterior window cleaning as the first headline. You cannot be any more relevant to what the searcher is searching than the exact keyword that they typed into the search bar. Like, this increases your click-through rate a ridiculous amount and will get you way more clients than anything else, all right? Now, with the secondary headlines, I recommend just putting in like call to actions majority of the time, like get your free quote. All right, now I'm just going to pin this into position 2 just so we can show you exactly what that looks like. So glass cleaners near me, get your free quote. All right, so right now that's a very clickable ad, super relevant to what they searched, And then it also tells them exactly what you want them to do, which is just getting a free quote. You can put in different things like discounts as well, or just anything else. I also recommend taking great insight from what your competitors are doing. They've obviously been running ads for longer than you, so they have different headlines that are probably working pretty well. So as you can see, 5-star reviewed and trusted, that's probably a pretty good headline, right? I'm sure they've been running ads for a very long time, so they probably know that this headline works really well because it's leading in the social proof angle. So I recommend to you going out and doing some great research on your competitors and seeing what they're doing. There's nothing bad when you do this, all right? Don't rip it completely off. Just take some insight, learn what they're doing, see what angle they're going. Like I said, they're going with the social proof angle, so we could put in some different social proof angles in here as well, right? So social proof just means like reviews, customer testimonials and stuff like that, all right? Now, I'm not going to build out like 15 different headlines for this, but I do recommend just filling out all of the different headlines. Now for the descriptions, I'm just going to go through and punch in some really nice descriptions in here for this example so I can show you the type of stuff that does work. So bang, I've just put in 2 different descriptions right here. I'm just going to pin them in so you can see exactly what it looks like. Now I do want to say, never stress about this ad strength. It is just a dummy metric. Like, it really doesn't actually matter. It doesn't change whether your ad is better or not. It's just based on basically how many headlines you have in here and how many descriptions. Like, all I need to do is just put in more headlines and more descriptions and the ad strength will be around excellent. And also if I unpinned everything, but I recommend pinning in some things just because it gives you that unfair advantage to actually understand what words are actually converting people and what words aren't actually converting people. Because if you don't know what words are driving clicks and conversions, then you may as well not be running ads. Like I said, there's an optimization thing linked down in the description. I'll show you exactly what you should do. So this is what our ad looks like right now. Window cleaning near me, get your free quote, looks absolutely killer, all right? Now what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna scroll down. We can put in our business name and logo. We just have to do our advertiser verification, but you can put in your site links. So these are just different links to different parts of your website. So if you have different services or discounts or the form, how I recommend setting this up is just going to anything that pushes them on that sale, which is like social proof. So things like read our reviews, or call to actions like get your free quote or book a consultation, anything like that. Having the site links written in as that exact thing, like get, and then having the final URL go to a page that's dedicated to them actually getting a quote, as you can see right here, get quote. Now, what I also recommend is you can put in little call outs here. They're just little snippets that appear right at the end. They don't do that much, so I wouldn't like heavily rely on them. You can just put them in if you just want the descriptions a little bit bigger. And then for everything in more assets, promotion, pricing, calls, I just add in your phone number right here. So here's the demonstration phone number we have. As you can see, it just appears at the bottom of the ad. So if anyone types up this search term on their mobile, they'll get the option to tap here to go to our website, or they can tap down here and actually call the business number themselves. Now I'll go back. You can put in structured snippets. They're useless in my opinion. The lead forms on this are absolutely horrible. Do not use them. You'll get a bunch of dud leads. Everything else, you're pretty good. Now you just want to tap on save and then tap on next and just put in your daily budget. What I recommend is getting your maximum cost per click, which for us was $10, and just timesing that by 10 so you can guarantee at least 10 clicks per day. All right, now obviously you'll get a little bit more than 10 clicks. You'll probably get around 10 to 15 to even 20 clicks per day, but this just guarantees the 10 click minimum, right? So if you want to put in that budget, you just go to set custom budget. For me, I'm just going to put in $5 right now because I don't want to accidentally spend a bunch of money on Google Ads like I have multiple times by setting up a demonstration campaign and then setting it live and completely forgetting about it. All right, now that we've done that, all we need to do is just confirm that it's us, and then we'll get the ability to actually publish the campaign. So we'll get an option up here that says publish after we've obviously confirmed it's us, and then we'll get another one down here that says publish as well. Now don't stress about the bidding strategy, how it's got this little warning sign. This is because we started it on clicks instead of conversions. Don't worry at all. This isn't a problem. This is exactly how we want to start it off. But yeah, that's completely it, guys. Just make sure to confirm yourself on there and just tap on publish and you're all sweet. Look, if you did want those Google Ads optimizations, there's a link straight down in the description, but I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.